Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Now, I want to pop in and touch on this here because one of the things that I keep noticing is when it's dealing with our relationships, we have this thing where so many women are being tested by their man and losing in this situation because most women don't understand that a man really is like a adult boy in the sense of we'll press the line and we will test you and we'll try to see just how much we can get away with. And if you'll let us get away with it, then we'll do it and we won't ever stop. And that the best way to get a man to understand who you are, where you're going, what you want, is to stand on what you believe and to not play with it, to not go back and forth. You got to get to a place to where you're able to stand firm and you're able to say what you will and won't tolerate and not do anything less. Like you got to be able to get to a place to where you can walk away. In order to get a man to stay, you got to show him that you're willing to walk away. And you got to do it fast. You got to do it early. He has to know that you will leave him within the first 6 months of dating. He also got to know that you'll leave him within the first 6 months of marriage. He also know that you'll have to leave him within 6 months of having your first child, your second child, or your 10th child. He has to know that you love yourself enough to walk away if you want him to treat you right. A man is a very volatile creature. We very aggressive, we very assertive, we born to kill. We built to kill, we built to dominate, we built to rage, we built to take over, to conquer. And we will conquer and destroy everything in our sight if you allow us to. So if you don't stand your ground, you will be used, you will be abused, you will be taken advantage of. And so many women put the onus on the man and say, hey, treat me right. Why can't you treat me right? Why can't you be a great human being? Why can't you do what's right from wrong? Why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? And I want you to know that nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to change anything for you. You have to stand your ground. You got to establish how you want to be treated, why you want to be treated that way, what you want from that relationship. You have to make that known and you got to stand on that. If you don't stand on that, you're not going to get what you want from that relationship. So that has to be understood. And you got to be ready and willing to leave. And trust me on that. Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Sorry about that. One of great brother just gave me a call, and hopefully the Lord gonna bring us together for some work in the kingdom and helping our people. And but back to what I was saying, you got to understand that you're going to have to stand your ground, or you're going to get ran over. And you got to learn how to, when it comes down to it, you're going to have to learn how to balance the reinforcement with the redirection. So you got to get to a place to where if your man is trying you, and every man is going to try you, he's going to toe the line and he's going to try to get you to break. He wants to see what will you put up with, what will you allow him to get away with, how can he trick you, manipulate you, deceive you. And don't waste your time wondering why, and why does he do that, and why does it have to be that way. It's just his nature to conquer, to win. And so you have to protect yourself. And when you speak truth to power and you tell him like, hey, I'm not playing like that. I ain't fooling around with you. Like that ain't gonna fly. We not finna do that. And so when you tell him that, give me 1 second here. And I want her to and so listen to me. Now, as you thinking about this, and I had to pick up where I was because I had a call come in. But every single step of the way. So one of the things that I learned working in the group home is just behavioral science. And that behavioral science, it works. Although I was working with individuals who had things going on between their ears, in their mind, those things I realized works on every human and every man. Stop, redirect, reinforce. Ignore, redirect, reinforce. Ignoring maladaptive behavior or attention seeking behavior. So, as men, what we do when we are insecure, we try to make a woman our lapdog. We want to get a woman to the place to where she's eating out of our hand. She begging us for love. She chasing us. She worrying us, like bothering us. She want love. She want attention. She want affection, and we starving her. We as men, a man's natural disposition is, if not already a full-blown narcissist, close to it. And that's how. And so when I describe grown boys, I literally am describing like every man in relationships. And in describing that, women would always say, Tony, a uh you describing a narcissist. And I said, no, I'm describing a man. And if that's a narcissist, then a narcissist is 90% of men. And I don't think that's the case. But this is just the nature of men to play those games, to manipulate. And the way that you stop it, the way that you break it, is you do not entertain it. You do not let them get away with it. So you call them out, you hold them accountable, and you hold them accountable, and you let them know, hey, this right here cannot continue to happen. And if it happens again, I'm moving on with my life. And when he tries you again, because some men will try you again because they believe in pressing the line. They believe in taking you all the way to your breaking point. They believe in testing you the same way your son will test you, your nephew will test you, your male student in your class will test you. They will test you. And so you have to think about that. And as you thinking about that, you processing, and you looking, and you like, okay, what's going on here? What do I have going on right here? And how do I handle this? Like, what do I take and do with this situation? And so as you get to that place, you'll start to realize, like, oh, when I stand my ground, when I take and I stand my ground, he start to act right. He start to act different. And so in understanding that, you got to get to this place to where you really start to realize that you have all the power. And a lot of women don't realize that. A lot of women let a man do what he want to do. And this man will use you and abuse you. And he will turn you into his little teddy bear. He'll turn you into his teddy bear. And he will have you doing everything that you don't want him to do. He'll have you in a situation where you chasing him, you losing your mind, you going crazy, and you looking and wondering like, hold on now. I know this ain't love. I know this ain't what I signed up for. And that's what I want you to realize, is that you have to show him at any point that you will move on with your life. And when you show him that you will move on with your life, then and only then is when you're going to get the treatment that you deserve. And so I want you to process this. And I learned this the hard way because my wife, she took in, it was, we was married, and I went back to the street life, and she took and said, "Hey, I told you I couldn't do this if you was gonna be out there illegal like that." And I'm like, "Hold on now, baby. Hold on now. I'm just trying to make a little bit of money." And she said, "No, I'm not gonna do this." And so by her taking it and showing me that she wasn't gonna play that game, that's when I learned, okay, I'm gonna have to do right by this woman, because if she will leave me when she has no job and we just had a child and she'll up and leave me, that's when I knew, oh, some going on. Like, this woman here, she bought something different. And that's when I realized I can't play with her. And when I learned that I couldn't play with her, then that's when everything's changed, because that's when it started to get to a place to where I started to see, like, okay, I'm gonna have to change my life if I want to be with this woman. If I want my wife, I'm gonna have to change my life. And when I learned that right there, that's when I realized that the man I thought I could not be, because I like the woman I was with before my wife, I slept with 26 other women in 2 years while I was with her as a college football player. It came that easy as athletes. And the woman I was with before her, I slept with 8 other women while in the 1 year that I was with her. So between those 2 women and those 3 years, I had slept with 34 other women outside of them 2 women. So 36 women in 2 years. And I was out there like that. But the thing that you don't know as a woman is that every man has that same access. Like, it was guys that looked like the bottom of my shoe that was sleeping with more women than me. I slept with that amount of women and actually was picky. I slept with that amount of women and was being picky. Like, if a woman had a certain type or style about her or something like that, I wouldn't deal with her. I wouldn't mess with her even though she wanted me to. It was plenty of women that asked me to sleep with them that I said, no, I'm good. That my homeboys actually slept with. And so I didn't know that I could be the man that I am today. But the man that I am today is based on a woman's influence. That's why I titled the book A Woman's Influence. If you ain't read it, you need to get it and read it. It's based on what my wife showed me. So think about that. Now, I know if you're a woman listening to this, that just turned your stomach like, ugh. But you better respect and appreciate the transparency, because I might be the only man that's going to be that transparent with you. Your daddy ain't going to tell you how many women he slept with in his prime, in that 2 year prime. He not going to tell you that, because you daddy's little girl. So he going to tell you, so he going to say, no, listen to him. Yeah, everything he's saying, listen to him. Yeah, listen to him. But he going to let me tell you. But he's not going to tell you his business like that. And so that's one of the things, to be able to change because of how she did that. That right there let me know, okay, this right here is what I got to do. Like, this right here, this where I got to take and start to think about this thing and realize what has to change for me to keep this woman in my life. So I want you to realize and understand that. Forgive me here, my daddy text me. And realize that if you are willing to show a man that you'll walk away, he'll be willing to show you that he can grow and change. But if you're not willing to do that, then it's not going to work out for you. And you got to understand that part right there. Let me see something. So, hey, listen, get that in your spirit. And when you standing your ground now, before you start standing your ground, especially if he a little off, click that link in the description and get you some life insurance, especially if you got kids now. Get some life insurance just in case now. You want to go acting up. And so, but listen, you throughout this whole time, even though you gonna have you life insurance, you cool, calm, and collected. You're not arguing with him. You're not yelling at him. You're not cursing at him. You're not fighting with him. You letting him know what you can and can't do. You letting him know, just like that. Just like that. And then from there, you're gonna see him start to change. He's gonna start to do different. And you're gonna start to realize, like, oh wow, this man here really could change. Like, this man really could grow. What in the world going on? And so you're gonna see that. And that's what I want you to pay attention to. So don't get caught in the weeds. Don't get caught in the weeds. Don't get stuck to where you focusing on the wrong things. You want to get to a place to where you start to process and realize that you got a unique opportunity to speak life into him and to stand your ground to the point to where he get on board, he get right. And so I want you to realize and understand that right there. And be able, no matter at what point it is, what stage it is, to stand your ground and to move on with your life, if you need to move on with your life. So, hey, think on this. Get this in your spirit. God bless you. Keep your head up. I'm going to be pumping out 15, 20-minute videos on my breaks. Right now, I'm insuring America. While I'm shooting this video, we got one of my supporters from YouTube is getting her a policy. And I'm saying it's on Zoom right here. And I'm looking at her and the insurance agent. I'm a licensed agent too. But I'm trusting and leaning on the people right now who've been doing it for a long time and got a much deeper knowledge and understanding of all the policies available as I'm learning and getting deeper. Now, if you just want term life, I can help you with that. But as we get into them IULs and whatnot, then that's where it get a little deeper at. So, hey, God bless you. Keep your head up. Keep going. Click the link in the description. Shout out to the Blessed Tribe, to the subscribers, to my supporters, everybody that donated to the Boy Summer Program. Thank you. Got our first trip out of state this weekend. Thank you. You made it possible. I had one major donor that I know for my since high school. You know, he came in so far to the tune of 30,000, and that's been a godsend. And so, you know, he has really been a blessing, and you all have really supported as well and been a blessing. Just it's been a couple people. Y'all got forgiven now. I'm about to trying to break down on them. It's been a couple people that I've seen twice. Been a couple names I've seen twice, but to every single person, I'm praying exponential, abundant, above and beyond blessings on your life. Keep your head up, keep going, make that thing happen. So, hey, God bless you, and we'll talk soon.